Oh, we're
Oh,
live.
I'm sorry. Is it 8 o'clock? Oh, and away we go. I'm so sorry. I was texting Nick Cooley Jr. What's going on? Welcome, fellas, to another Get Salty Experience podcast, the only podcast that brings the kitchen table, the firehouse, boys' night out, and every other firefighter function to you guys at home. Bam! Brought to you by. But first, I'm partnered with my boy, my homie, my friend of 40 years, Lieutenant Ruffy Refrano.
What up?
And the guy I went camping with this weekend, we went camping, and he pitched it. He pitched a tent, right? That would be.
Were you spooning?
Probie. What?
Were you spooning?
Shalom. I might have been spooning. I was so wasted the first night I couldn't even.
Oh my God, bro! I think you called for it, bro. I was stoned out of my bird, dude. I was cooking hamburgers. I was throwing them on the grill
like frisbees on top of this wood burning.
I couldn't stand up. That's how stoned I was. But bam,
good times.
We're in a better mood today. We're in a little bit better mood.
Of course, we're brought to you by
www.gettinsaltyexperience, guys, where you find amazing, cool products and cool T-shirts like this one. This is one of my favorites, actually.
That's
it says that.
Shirt.
Yeah, this you gave me this one for my birthday, Kubies. I love this one, which is the Spartan T-shirt with Theodore Roosevelt's "Man in the Arena" quote on the back, which is my favorite quote of all time. And of course, you get the nozzles, you get the bottle openers, all the cool little items that you can find. So if you want to support us, if you want to support the podcast, go over to gettinsaltyexperience.com.
Cigar cutter.
Oh, cigar cutter. I know somebody's going to go there today. Probably Susie, our good friend in the chat. What's up, Susie? So gettinsaltyapparel.com, guys, if you want to support the show. Boom.
So we got a Q&A, but before we get to the Q&A, Ruffy and I, we might get a little choked up here because one of our boys from Squad Company 288, Billy Long, made a grab. Had a really good job, made a ballsy grab. And also, Rescue 4 made 3 grabs that night. So altogether, 4 people are alive today because of the ballsy acts of Rescue Company 4 and Squad Company 288.
And, don't forget the engine, 292.
292, I heard, did a great job. Before we came on the air here, I interviewed Deputy Chief Mark Ferran, who is the
pretty salty son of a gun himself.
I just told him when he retires, he's getting on the job. Division 14 Commander, because he was the Deputy Chief. I thought it was actually Chief Steve, but he had just gotten off, so he told me to call Chief Ferran, which I did. He gave me the lowdown on the grabs, which we're going to go over. We actually have some footage before we get to the Q&A, so we'll set it up, bro. It was a nighttime job, right?
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning, close to Rescue 4's quarters, which actually made Rescue Company first 2. They have a small first 2 area. They're in quarters with 292. Rescue 4 pulls in then as the first 2 truck, even though ladder 163, tout ladder 163 is the first 2 truck. Rescue 4 actually pulls in first. They're the first 2 truck. Squad Company 288 gets turned out on phone calls, and believe it or not, they beat the second 2 truck in, ladder 154. So it was. I talked to also Richie Schmidt from Rescue 4, who did a fantastic job and made a grab too. And it just worked out where everybody played nice. Everybody did their job, and it came together. And because of that, 4 people are alive today that would have been amorta, no doubt, if it wasn't for them. And also props to EMS, because when they brought these people out,
they were all out. They were gone.
All out. They were gone, dead, not available for overtime, not coming back, gone. So we got some footage. Pete's going to roll it. The beginning of the job, then we're going to cut it, and then we'll talk a little bit, and then we'll talk to the part where they give the 1045, and the 1045 is our signal for finding a victim, basically. So,
well, first, I just want to say a big shout out to City Streets on YouTube for the footage right there. It's awesome footage, and just go check out that channel. But here we go. First.
Before we do that, Pete, here's to the guys who made the grab: Billy Long from Squad Company 28, Richie Schmidt, one of their senior guys over there, a guy that the Rug worked with. The Rug
54 truck.
154 truck. Anthony Tarabokia, whose father I worked with.
Tony Tarabokia.
Tony Tarabokia Jr. His father was a great guy. He was a lieutenant in Rescue 4. One? Wasn't he in 4
Rescue
too?
1. He was in Rescue 1.
He was in Rescue 1, but he was a lieutenant in Rescue 4.
Oh, you know what? I don't remember which one. I thought
he was a fireman in Rescue 1. And I worked with him in Rescue 1, but he was also a fireman in Hull, I believe. I don't remember which truck.
I think 28 truck. You know what? I don't know. I don't know 100%.
28 or 26. So his son, Anthony Tarabokia Jr., good for him, and firefighter Danny Hickey from Rescue Company 4, bro. All guys. Here's a little whoop.
Captain Hickey's son.
Shout out to you boys. No one's coming. It's up to us.
Is that you know what? Chief Ferran asked me. Is that Captain Hickey's son from Rescue 4?
I believe it is.
It is. Awesome. Great job. Awesome. Listen, guys, I haven't eaten anything tonight, so there's a good chance I might get shifted.
I can't feel my face.
So without further ado, Pete, roll the tape, baby.
All right, here we go.
This is report to engine, squad 288, sounds like working. What I said, Broadway either direction. Broadway in either direction.
Wow. Thing was cooking.
All right. So what we learned, like I said, Rescue 4 was first due. So when I talked to Chief Ferran, he said the best part of this, the ballsiest part of this was that Anthony Tarabokia and Billy Long, Anthony Tarabokia from Rescue 4 and Billy Long from Squad Company 288, made a move upstairs. Made a move upstairs before they had water on the fire, before they had a line. And what they did was they took the front door off and they shielded themselves using the front door to make a move upstairs. And Tarabokia made a move to the back bedrooms. Billy Long made a move to the front bedrooms. Tarabokia found 2 1045s. There was a mother laying on top of a child. And Billy Long went to the front and found a 56-year-old heavy-set woman in the front bedroom, which was actually right directly over, the fire room from downstairs. So it must have been hot as a motherfucker up there. And he made the move. They grabbed these people, and at the same time, Richie Schmidt and Danny Hickey came from a portable outside, made the move to the front room, and Danny Hickey took the mother up because Anthony Tarabokia took the kid, and then Danny Hickey took the mother, and then believe it or not, Richie Schmidt found somebody hiding in the closet, which was an awesome move, bro. Because
the room that Billy Long was when Billy Long found the woman, he started to take the woman out. There was somebody hiding in the closet in that room.
Right. So to find not only make the search in the room in zero visibility, but Richie Schmidt found this person hiding in the closet, bro. So 4 people now are alive because of these guys, and I can't give them enough. I'm going to give them another one right here, bro.
Yeah, salute.
Yeah. Salute.
At that job, when you're watching it, it's only a couple of minutes, right? So you see the ladders going up, but you see the line is already coming. It's inside already. The line is already shooting outside, right? You see the line a couple times. But the most important thing that guys are saying that you hear, it's tough to hear stuff, but guys are asking if you're on hydrant water, right?
Right.
Rule number 1, you can make a move, but you better make sure you're listening to make sure that they got water. And I heard 2 different guys. I think it was Patty Burns, I think it asked. and somebody else to find out if they were on hydrant water, because booster water, you know, you need fast water sometimes when you have people trapped, but you better make sure you're on hydrant water before you start making big moves, because you can get jammed up in a hurry.
Yeah, man. But you know what? These guys, knowing they were on hydrant water, made the move upstairs. You know, Billy Long and Tarabokia made the move upstairs, knowing that they were only on hydrant water, and that's a finite time that they'll have to make that move before shit goes sideways, bro. And what I think, though, is that was Cliffy driving in Squad 288?
You know what? I didn't talk to Cliffy. I did talk to Billy Long. And,
I think Cliffy was actually working. Cliffy Harris worked from Squad 288. And what happened was 292 passed the hydrant and gave it 1070, I think, which means they don't have a hydrant. And Cliffy went down, as a good squad chauffeur should do, and made sure that they found a water source, hooked to a hydrant, made sure they got water. So all around, man,
call him.
Everybody did a fucking great job, including EMS with the paramedics, because they gave him the benzodiazepine, which I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't know shit from Chinola when it comes from this, but you know, they brought them down, and these guys shot him up with the benzodiazepine and gave them not mouth to mouth, they gave him CPR, and they brought these people back. They brought them back to the hospital, put them in the hyperbaric chamber, and all 4 people fucking lived. So good for them.
I talked to Billy Long that morning. Glenn Fisher, who was lieutenant in Squad 288, texted me and said that the guys made a nice job. You know, Billy Long made a grab. The guys from Rescue 4 made a grab. I actually texted Tony Tarabokia to let him know, you know, because he's just a solid guy. He doesn't say much. Very similar to Billy Long. You know, mild-mannered guys. You know, we say it all the time. You know, you practice what you preach. You know, you practice for the big game. You know, you got to get lucky, and you know, but you still have to execute. And you know, Billy Long made the move. Taraboki made the move. I think also Ryan McCormick was with Billy Long, helped him get out the heavy set woman down the stairs. I know it was you know, they tried to keep the stairs clear. I think you hear that on the radio. Billy had told me that before I heard that on the radio, because you know, like what we do is we kill it with manpower. So you'll have 25 guys standing on the stairs. So once you start hearing in this tape, I don't know if we're going to get it because we tried to cut it down, but you know, you hear the chief and you hear guys saying, keep the stairs clear so that they can get the people out quick. And that's another reason why I think that, you know, you got 4 people that are alive today is, you know, on top of other things.
Yeah. Now, like I said to Louis, like last time we talked about Johnny McCoy getting Gordon Bennett, right? I never got a chance to work with Billy Long, but Billy Long was Louis' guy, right? So when you heard that he made that grab,
oh, it's like my son.
Like, I made the grab, right?
Word for word. I told him, I said, I'm good right now. I feel like my son, that's how I felt, is because, you know, he was a friend of a friend. And, you know, I was his contact to come to the squad, and we talked all the time. And then he came and interviewed with me. And, you know, when he came to the squad after, you know, many, many months, you know, you just knew it was going to be a fit. And, you know, he's just, he's going to be the best of the best that the job has. There's no doubt about it. So the fact that that's his first real grab, legit. Like he's going to probably, those guys are going to get medals for that. There's no doubt about it.
No doubt. Especially Tarabokia and
yeah,
Billy
Tony's
Long.
another one. Tony, he's just like
my God, yeah.
He's just like his
old man is great, yeah. I work with his old man. I'm glad I got to work with his old man, bro, because there were times I would work with him and he would ask me, hey, why did you do this or why did you do that? But was never questioning why you do it, but he would talk to you about why you did certain thing. You know what I mean?
He's actually on my list, just so if anybody asks why we don't have Tony Tarabokia Senior, he's on my list. I talked to his son. We're gonna, you know, we'll
and he's got a great fucking mustache, bro. I don't know if he still has it. He's got the Gettin Salty mustache right there, bro.
Have to get them. He thought that's him in the back right here. That's him right here.
You gentlemen want to run the second video?
I want to say one thing before we got. I want to shout out Evan King. I know is in the chat room. I'm trying to get my uncle Richie Casta, who's in the same company as Evan King, to get on the YouTube channel because he would love it. He did over 40 years in FDNY. So if you have his number, bro, pound him a little bit, Evan, and try to get him because he would love it. He's not in the best of health these days, but he was a buff. He was a guy who should have been in SOC, bro. He loved the job that much, and You know, he was my uncle, and so if Evan King, I see him in the room, if he has his number, if he can reach out to him, I know he's got Parkinson's. Yeah, I know. So if you could reach out to him, bro, and trying to get him on the channel, I gave him the address and everything. I sent it to him, but you know, if other guys start calling him and trying to get him on it, maybe it'd be something good for him. So without further ado, Pete's going to play the part where they give the 1045s. Pete, give it up.
Here we go.
Down on the first floor. 49 out, we got that. 45 coming down. We're coming in through the rear on line. 133 to command. Command. Contact on the third floor, negative. If somebody fires. Have a command. Man, go ahead. Alright, 10 floor. Bring them 1045 down the interior stairs. Guys, keep that stairwell clear. Second floor, we got a second 1045. We need help in that rear bedroom, please. 10-4. We're coming down the interior stairs with those 1045s, right? We're going to keep it clear. The 4-6 is...
These bad mofos, man. Oh, yo, shout out to your boys, man.
I want the guy on the bike, bro. Like, he's got to be there for some reason. I don't know. What the fuck is the guy on the bike doing there, bro?
I also wanted to say, I think somebody mentioned it in the chat too, and I do remember this, that this was a good week because there was a few grabs that somebody made. I think it was Rescue 2, and I don't know if it was 120 or 107. I think they made some good grabs too. I think they saved the family
man.
too. So the guys
Ronzoni will tell us for 107. Ronzoni, was it 107 or what, bro? You would know that.
Yeah, the guys.
So freaking cool, man. That just got me pumped too, just hearing it coming over.
Patty Lee said he's not surprised. With, that was Richie Schmidt actually giving that report that they had another 1045 in the rear and they needed some help in the rear bedroom.
Yeah, Richie Schmidt's a great guy, man.
When that came through the other day, we were by the fire, me and Kev at the campfire, and he was freaking mesmerized. Like Kev was like in his phone, like this.
Yeah.
And I want to hear it.
And of course, my wife's like, "You gotta look on the phone. We're out camping. You gotta look on your phone."
You know what? I don't think I think the picture that you saw was the guy from 120 had the person, but I don't know if he made the grab. You know, a lot of times the guy who's at the door when everybody's tired and gives him the guy, and he gets the guy and runs to the ambulance and he gets all the accolades with the picture.
Yeah. He's not the guy who made the grab.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's kind of 107 made the grabs, I believe. I'm pretty sure.
Evan King said he heard that 107 made the grab.
The guy from 120 was like, you know, he was like the perfect guy. He got the, you know, I think that's what happened. I'm not 100% sure. I could be talking out of my ass, but.
Yep. You know what those guys made the grabs, bro?
What are you saying?
You know why the guys made the grabs?
Because that's what men do.
That's what men do, bro. That's what men do, bro. They make the grabs.
So you're saying if they would have stuck the line in the window at that job, those people wouldn't have lived? Maybe not.
No, if they didn't make the move past fire, you know, sacrificing or putting their own life on the line to get above.
Imagine that.
Oh, it's crazy. You know what?
Imagine
it's crazy
that.
in this. Yep, absolutely.
Clean.
All right, are we ready for question and answers now?
We got some good questions this week.
Let's throw this away right now. Thank you for Chief Ferran, Deputy Chief, Division Commander, for all the info.
And well done, boys. Really well done. You make us all look good.
Yeah, he's going to be on the show once he retires. We're going to have him on the show too.
Susie said, "Men are always grabby."
Very true. Yep.
All right. So we're going to go to the emails for our first question.
Go with it, bro.
Here we go. What's it like to be front runners in podcasting / YouTube world? Question mark. The example you're setting.
World, really?
World?
For the example you're setting for our brothers and sisters to come. Great show. God bless and cheers. Best regards from Stephen Maciel. I know
I've watched other fire department or firefighting podcasts. Now I don't want to take this fucking pen and jab it right in my eye, bro. So I think you're doing a good job. I ain't lying, bro. I really try to watch just to see what they're doing out there, bro. And I want to take this fucking pen or a hot poker and jab it right in my eye because it's terrible. I'm not saying that we're the best. But I can't watch those shows, bro. They're horrible. Horrible.
It's not even. It's you know what it is. We're not even really. We're just doing what we do in the firehouse. Really, I mean, in the end, that's really. It's not much to it. You know, obviously, we. I mean, it's more work than you think. Setting this up and getting stuff done and all that other crap. But for the most part, like when I saw that question, I said that would be a good question for Coop. But you know, because he always says, "Did you see that thing the other day?" I watch his podcast. He's, you know, it's just we're just having. Man, that's it, and we're talking real deal stuff. That's all. Man.
I can't watch more than maybe 3 minutes of it, and I'm like, this is painful. My ears hurt. I gotta shut it off. I can't.
I mean, for me, guys, just from the producer perspective, look, I've seen a lot of the other stuff out there. I have nothing to say about anyone else's stuff. I can only gauge on how we have done and our performance. I don't want to compare myself to anyone else. You know, for me, guys, to say that we're the front runners in the, I guess, the firefighter podcasting really is, you know, I appreciate that compliment, but this is only the beginning as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sure Lou and Kev would agree. This is just a very, 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 this is just the first benchmark. Like we're about 500 short subscribers of 10,000 right now. And that's just a very small, short benchmark for me personally, where I want to go with this show. If you guys look at the likes of a Joe Rogan or somebody like that, you know, I'm always the big, hairy, audacious goal guy, the BHAG guy. And for me, we're nowhere near that.
You know what I'm going to say, bro? This is what I got to say. Fuck Joe Rogan. He's never crawled down a fucking smoky hallway, bro. And you know what, guys? I am wearing pants today, so go fuck yourself.
All right, but I'm just saying, like, no comparisons to other firefighting podcasts. I think if people want to go out there and express themselves, that's awesome. Do it the best way you can do it. We're going to do it the best way we can do it. It's not a competition. There's a lot of room in this space for all of us to succeed. And that being said, you know, so there's a lot of
38 and 88 is in their house. First do with the zoo.
Nice. Go with another question, Pete.
Well,
I'm ready.
One quick one from the chat here. This is coming from Jason St. Onge. Hey, Pete, I got 99 problems and your old lady's box ain't one. I've asked this many times and never make it. Why does the FDNY say the number first for engine and ladder, 32 truck instead of truck 32?
I don't know. That's what we do.
Sounds more natural on it. Squad 288 to the borough.
I'm not sure. I just always did it.
Just say 288 squad to the borough.
I don't know.
Squad company 288.
Well, he's saying it in reverse. Like if I just said that, you know, it's 32 truck or it's
truck 32.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't go that way. No way.
Don't sound good to me. I don't know.
That's what we always did it. I don't know if there's a reason why.
Nope.
I don't know. It's beyond my pay grade.
All right, boys. Here's
want to know why we say it that way, bro?
That's what men do.
That's what men do.
Oh shit. Here's one from the Dan Wilson coming through on the email. So Dan, we owe you some swag, buddy. Hello, men. Have you guys heard about or gotten any heat from current/retired FDNY members about telling stories of the shenanigans/pranks that you speak of during the podcast? Thanks for the laughs, the Dan Wilson. Thank you, Dan.
That's a good question, man. When I saw that question.
You know what? We don't get much blowback from retired guys because they love it. We get blowback from guys with like 5 years on the job that are like, You know what's that? On the job, stay on the job. We should be talking about this shit. And you know what I say to them, bro? Suck it! That's what
I have to
bro.
say, when we first started this thing, I thought it was going to be. I mean, we didn't do this initially to be honest, for FDNY guys. It was mostly for around the country, that type of thing. But the more we do this, it seems like the FDNY guys, our guys seem to really enjoy it. Guys that are on the job and off the job.
It's mostly guys with time, bro, who love it. It's the guys with like the 5, 6, 7,
I'll tell you, I think I just got guys that have just got on the job and they love it. It's I have had very, 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 to be honest, little, nothing. Just you might have a little bit. Hey, listen, be careful with this, be careful with that. The allegedly kind of stuff. Stuff that we're making fun of.
That's what bothered the allegedly stuff.
Yeah, the allegedly stuff could have happened. I don't know. Maybe I saw it. I don't know. If it was a roof mutual, something like that. Who the hell knows? I don't know. Yeah. But things like that, we have to be a little conscious of. Just to make sure that nobody gets jammed up for any bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So. With that, we do talk about it. It's not like we're, but sometimes when you're drinking, shit can happen, unfortunately. But that's that. But that was a good question, Dan.
Go.
Boom. All right, coming in from the emails, it's hey Lou, Kevin, Pete, love the show. I work in a small department where we don't have a dedicated truck, engine, or rescue companies / assignments. It seems that within the FDNY and with the salty guests you have on the podcast, they all work in an engine for a couple of years, then move back on to truck companies and rescue companies. Are there any really good and salty firefighters that stay on the engine for the entirety or at least the majority of their careers? Keep up the good work. Stay low and go. From Andrew.
Go ahead, Coop.
No, you go.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, when I saw that question, the first guy that popped in my head was your brother, Richie. He did
fucking rock.
He did his whole time in 307. He
loved being an engineman.
Loved being the engine. Dom Carino was a 290. He was in the engine for 25 years, and that's like dog years. It's probably like 40 years. So
the knob is the job, right, bro?
Depends on
Nothing wrong with being a good engineman.
Absolutely not. And there are a lot of those guys. It's kind of dwindling down now, I think, on the job. But there's every once in a while you hear of a guy, that did 25, 30 years, the whole time in the engine. Could be a single house or, maybe he didn't have the opportunity or just stuck there and, time went by and he was comfortable there. He had the seat probably. So that's generally what happens. But hell yeah, there's a lot of those guys.
Yeah, my dad, he was in 28 truck for a very short time. But then he went to 17 engine, Lower East Side, where they were rocking back in the day. And then he went to 291 engine. I don't know if he worked with Evan King. I know Evan was in 140, but he might have been gone by then. But he loved going to fires. He loved engine work. He loved driving the rig. He loved being a chauffeur. The rig was his thing, bro. He would polish and fucking wax that rig every time he went to work, bro. And he loved being an engineman. So there are guys who love it. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Part of the job. It is the job. Without water, you're not putting the fire out, bro. I don't care. Nothing else goes on without the engine putting the fire out. And like we said before, with 292, great job, man. They put the fire out.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Moving forward. Hey, boys. When interviewing for SOC, would having certifications like scuba, trench, confined space, hazmat, etc., help with getting that spot, even if they are from outside the FDNY from Volleyland? Thanks, sincerely, Sean.
Yeah, cool.
It helps when you go and interview with the captain, that's for sure, because the captain, what happens is when you go to SOC, you come over on what they call a skin. You come over on a temporary basis, and he gets 1,000 applications. And what he's looking at is what you have to offer that company. If you have certifications and you're already familiar with ropes, scuba diving, if you're a construction guy and you build houses, okay, that adds to it. So the more you have on your application, the better chances you are that the captain says, "I want this guy right here, bro." Not to say that those certifications, you're gonna have to go for those certifications again when you get SOC, but there's a better chance of the captain saying to you, "I want this guy," because he's a well-rounded guy and he's got a lot of knowledge.
those certifications, if you think of it as because you have that certification, you're going to go there. That's not. It's just going to make you're going to know a little bit about trench if you've took a trench class before you came to SOC. It's going to make you faster in becoming a SOC firefighter, and that might be something that the captain is looking for. But we've gotten guys that stayed in the engine the whole time, in their whole time, 5, 6, 10 years, whatever it was. We've got engine guys. We've gotten guys, obviously, from trucks. So, I would say personally, it would probably be better if you were in an engine that you went to a truck before you came. But that doesn't have to be that way.
No, because I'll give you an example, an exception to that rule. We worked with Jonathan Ialpi, who died on 9/11, but his father, Lee Ialpi, came from 214 engine in that house and went to Rescue 2. So you can go from an engine to SOC to a rescue. He went to Rescue 2, bro. And I'll forget because John was in my Probie class, bro. And his father came to address us. And he come walking. He talked about Hank last week about he had more medals. I think he was walking in sideways like this. And people like, who's this motherfucker, bro? He's got more medals on the side of his. So he was an engine guy from 214, and he went to Rescue 2 without even being.
I didn't know he was in 214. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. That's why John went to 214, man.
He went to 111. Did he go to 111 or 214? He's on my list too, Mr. Ialpi.
I'd love to get him, bro. I just friended him on Facebook.
I got a big list. Garrett's on my list too.
We'll get Garrett Lundgren in there.
He's on my list too.
He quit smoking though. I don't know how much. Is he drinking though?
I hope he's drinking.
I hope he's drinking.
Not as much as me and Kev this past Friday. Jesus. All right. One from the chat. Mo Paquette is asking the question. Hey, I have a question. It's always stressed me out to stop at a station and ask to visit or grab a T-shirt. How annoying are volleys or visitors or people stopping by without a contact? Truth time.
We never turned away a guy, bro. Never.
I would say if you were in Manhattan, if you showed up at 54 and 4 and you wanted to buy a T-shirt, you might be a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? Or if you went to Rescue 1, you might be a pain in the ass because they get 5,000 of those people a week. You know what I mean? But most other places outside of Manhattan, I don't think you would have any issue at all, to be honest.
I'm gonna tell you a true story here, bro. So I was in the squad, and I go, I'm in San Francisco. I go, hey, let me stop at San Francisco Fire Department, bro. Hang out with them, check it out, maybe get a T-shirt. They're out. They're out getting a meal. I found out they're out getting a meal. So I waited for a half hour. They come back. They're back in the rig. You go, hey, brother. Kevin Kubel, Squad 288. How you doing, man? They're like, hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you, bro. They all walk in the firehouse, shut the door. Don't ask me a fucking. Don't even ask me.
Nice knowing you.
Nice knowing you.
That and $1.50 to get you on the bus.
I got a quick timeout right here. The guys are asking me all the time. My boy is checking in. Here he is over here. I want to introduce my boy. My number one, my big guy. There he is, right there, bro. He's ripped. Check him out. There is Nick Kubler. See, he's a lot taller than me. Yes, I'm going to hear him right now, bro. Yeah, he's almost 6 foot, and I'm a whopping 5'6". You got it.
I'm gonna say, right?
What's up, kid?
What?
Thank God he looks like his mother. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, we're not gonna go with that. That was one wife ago, bro. If you said that about my current wife, I have wrong one. Yeah.
Oh my God! All right, boys. Here we go. More questions, more answers. Hey guys, love the show. I was watching a video of a job in a Bronx multiple dwelling recently where the inside crews definitely had it under control. But the chief pulled them out to go defensive. Both the rescue and another crew tried to convince him to let them keep working. Knowing how much you guys hated going defensive, did you try to convince the chief ever to let you keep working, and were you ever successful? Thanks, Blake.
Blake. Before we get on that, Susie, that was wife number 2. So just yes.
Oh, God damn it, Kev, I love you.
What was that question, bro? Yes, I had a job with Vinny Pickford, as a matter of fact. We had him on the show. You know, the guy that stood there like this, who I thought was funny, but really wasn't funny. I love him though. We had a job with Ferran, and we asked him to give us a couple more minutes. I think we got it, and we got it, man. We put the fire. It was hot as hell. It was in Jackson Heights. You'll know what I'm talking about. And we were done. But we put the fire out. Eddie Sanchez has a nozzle. We actually wound up getting a nozzle with the fire out. But I was telling Louis in the pre-show, like, working with my brother for my last year and a half, you know, when seeing it from the other side, and knowing what kind of heavy burden the Chiefs have on getting everybody home in one piece and not losing anybody, I understand, because they're going by radio transmissions. They don't see what's going on in the fire building. So they're going by radio transmissions, and they just want to get everybody home without losing anybody. So they might pull anybody out and go defensive because they don't want to lose anybody. That's it. Done.
Yeah. I would say I've had quite a few of those, and some the chief let us do it, and sometimes the chief immediately would say, negative, you know, I want you out. So again, you're inside, and what Kevin is saying, you don't know what's going on the outside. So, you know, we were operating. I had two similar jobs. One was with Chief Coward, where we pulled up and the whole building was on fire. It was, you know, 3-story wood frame, isolated, and the outside and the inside was on fire. And I looked at him when we were starting. I was in 290 at the time. I looked over at him, and he went like this to me. I was like, he went, "You have 2 minutes." That's all he said. And we went in, and we the guys put the first floor out, and they started to go up the stairs. We went up, put the second floor out, and afterwards, I heard that they had lines outside, put in the exterior, had the asphalt shingles outside.
Ooh, so, they go nice, bro.
Yeah, so it looked spectacular.
Were you at 90 or 103?
I was at 290 at the time. But, you know, that was from trust, though, with him, right? He trusted me. I didn't just say, when he said get out, I didn't just say, let me stay, just to say, let me stay. If I felt like when I was in there, hey, listen, man, we're not doing good here, that's, you know, he's probably seeing a lot worse than I'm seeing. And that was the same thing with, I don't even remember who the 15th of it, I think it might have been Cartwright, where we were it was on Pickens Avenue. I think it was a furniture store. We were on the first floor, and the guys had two and a halves, and the whole furniture store on the first floor was ripping, and the guys were knocking it down. And he said, get out. And everybody was like, we're making good progress. He's like, I want everybody out. Take your time, back the lines out. Don't rush out, ripping the lines out of everybody's hand like they do. We'll back the truck out. The engine will be the last guy to come out. When we came out, it was a 4-story building. All 3 floors were on fire. So
that's the other thing. Yeah. They see what you don't see. You see what's in front of you, right?
But that's why you don't go over. If you really, and I say that, if we really could make a difference, if we could really do it, then we're going to do it. But I'm not saying it just to say it, you know. And I think that could weigh in sometimes. You know, he's got to trust you. The chief has to trust you, because if you just say that every time and it don't work out, you can get people hurt. You know, so. That's that's all I got for that.
I also had another job.
You see what Patty Lee wrote? What? Sometimes the radio breaks up and you can't hear what the chief is saying.
What?
What?
That radio.
What? We gotta have him on, bro. I need to have him on.
Yeah,
he's damn radio.
Yeah. I also had a job where it was in a 6-story H type, and it was Chief Turner.
That's funny shit.
And we get up there. It was actually Captain Evans, Captain Evans, and I don't want to say what engine is. They come out. They were bouncing off the walls. They didn't know where they were. He comes out. He grabs the Chief Turner now. Grabs the first 2 engine.
Great guy.
Throws him over here and says to me and Evans, "You got 5 minutes. Don't put the fire out. Don't put the fire out." That was it. Like, okay.
No doubt.
Nice, boys. Hey, I got one from the chat here. It's coming in from Mike A. I heard on one of the shows Dennis Leary's name come up. Have you guys had any experience meeting him? And is he a good guy? I got some news for you.
You want to take that, or should I grab it?
You want to do it? I'll do it. You can do it.
So Ruffy and I, Ruffy mostly, have been in talks with Dennis Leary. We're supposed to be for September now with the COVID. Who the fuck knows? We're supposed to be doing a show on Netflix with Dennis Leary about
Possibly
Squad
Netflix. They're figuring out if it's Netflix or HBO or one of those.
Right, we
They're
don't
selling.
know. Yeah, we're gonna do a show with a documentary with Dennis Leary about Squad Company 280 and Hazmat 1 from pre 9/11 to 9/11 to post 9/11, and see what the firehouse life was all about and everything that happened. And Lou sat in meetings actually with Dennis Leary, so he would probably know him better than me. But
Well, again, I don't know if that's out. You know, we're just trying. He's just trying to. Right now, it's
feelers. Look,
It's
feelers.
getting pitched, so I don't know if it's going to happen or if it's not going to happen. But you know, I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks. You know, the summer, but we'll see what's happening. So
his son does watch the show, right?
I know he follows us on Instagram. I don't know if he's watching the show. I haven't really discussed that part as far as getting him on the show, but you know, at some point I'm going to ask him. I just, you know, I don't want him to. I want to do the right thing. You know what I mean? So it's not about this show. It's about 9/11 first. Once that's done and everything's taken care of, if he would come on, then that would be the case. But I'm not going to do that before we take care of the guys, you know, from 9/11 first.
Well,
That's
Mike,
actually the goal. That's the goal. Having Dennis Leary
love to.
and what's his name
Steve
from
Buscemi.
55, Steve Buscemi on the show. That's the ultimate goal.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've actually had real experience with Dennis Leary working with him. I did some behind the scenes on Rescue Me. So if you guys ever DVD Rescue Me or whatever, and you see like behind the scenes interviews and things like that, I've shot a lot of that stuff with a company out of LA. And I will tell you that Dennis is an awesome dude. And the reason I know he's awesome is because he took no shit from the hack media that I work with, meaning, you know, he came in and gave it to them straight the way they asked questions. And, you know, he was like a real guy, you know, and you always got the vibe from him that, you know, he had a greater purpose for doing the show. Yeah, you know, it's entertainment on one hand, but I know from having heard him speak about all his experiences on the show, he really, really loved what the FDNY is all about. And, you know, that's a real dude right there. So I could tell you from my own personal experience working with the guy, you know, I didn't want to mess with him. You know what I mean? He's a powerful dude in the entertainment world, but at the same time, he's a real guy. He's a real dude. And he didn't have time for any media bullshit. So I really appreciated him.
I enjoy talking to him. He's a good guy. And
Great. Can you imagine this face on Netflix, bro?
You're a dick.
Yeah, man. All right. Coming in, shit hat from the emails. Hey, fellas, love the show. I love the podcast, and so do the guys at work. Well, thank you, and thank you to the guys at work. My question is this. What do you think are the top drills that a squad company should be doing? What were your favorite drills to do that you feel you got the most out of? Thanks, brothers. Keep up the good work. Stay low and go. From Mike.
Do it.
All right, so when I was the senior man in the squad, I had a thing called the Squad Olympics. Some guys loved it. Some guys hated it. But I would put together like an obstacle course of things that you had to do in a squad company, and we would do it on the time and would be competitive. So it made guys very competitive. It made guys want to do it. You know, some of the less aggressive guys didn't want to do it, but it would be a series of things, and it would change. You know, we'd have to. One of the things would be you'd have to throw a portable up, climb up the portable, do a search, bring the guy down, and see how much, you know, what time it took you to do it. And it was all, like I said, things that were pertaining to a squad firefighter, and it made it fun and it made it a little bit interesting, but it would kick the shit out of you.
It was competition, though. It was competition.
It was competition, and it would kick the living shit out of you. Besides elevator appreciation, Chief 6'2", we would do elevator appreciation when I was working anyway. But it was the Squad Olympics, and bond on firefighter removal was probably the bread and butter of the squad company, because that's what we were there for. And that, if you've never done it, you know, taking a 250-pound guy, which now is 320 with his bunker gear, out of the basement, you know, after you search blindfolded, finding him and dragging him and getting him up our basement stairs. And our basement stairs was like this, right, Ruffy? It wasn't like this.
Yeah,
It was like this.
and it was like 25 steps too to
It
get
was
out.
25 steps. Getting him up the staircase was challenging to say the least, bro. It was,
Those guys could get those. After a while, you can get a guy out of the basement in a minute. Obviously, you don't have heat and you don't have fire, but you were blacked out.
Yeah.
And the guys practiced over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Countless.
Evan King, like the firefighter combat challenge, Squad Olympics would smoke that. That's how
Tough it was.
Challenging I would make it, no doubt.
I used to do torture the guys a little bit, but we used to do something called a round robin. So after roll call in the morning or even at night, if I didn't want to go out and do firefighter removal, because it is extensive. If you don't want to go search, if you don't want to go do anything, it was a quick drill. I used to do round robin, which everybody would sit around at where we sat around by the workbench, and everybody would have to get up, take something off the rig, and talk about it for 3 minutes, and I would time it. 3 minutes. They had to tell me everything that thing did. I didn't care what it was. It could be the Halligan. It could be a grease can. It could be a nozzle. Whatever it was, they had to talk about it for 3 minutes. And then when they were done, then I would go to each guy and say, "What did he miss? Give me something." He hit it all. He hit it. And then I would add stuff that he missed, and that was it. It was just it was fast. Everybody got to do what they were confident in, right? Let's say you didn't know much about foam nozzle or whatever, but you knew everything about the rabbit tool.
Yeah.
You could do that drill every day. I don't care what it was. It's just that it gave everybody confidence to talk in front of people too, because that's not an easy thing either. Is to
putting people on the spot.
Putting people on the spot, right?
Yep.
And so then what happened is, if I did that a couple of times, guys knew I was going to do that drill. They would start to think about, I'm going to do the grip hoist, or I'm going to do the Hurst.
And they'd be like this, don't pick me, don't pick me, don't pick me.
Yeah, on the air cart, or whatever it was. Guys would pick the air cart. I didn't pick it. If I told somebody to pick the air cart, the air cart, it was a pain in the ass. You got to do this, all that shit that went along with it. So, it was good. It was a good drill. So, and after a while, guys liked it, and we used to break balls with it. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, who did a lot like that? Tony Tedeschi, Triple T. Used to do the same thing.
Tony Tedeschi.
I used to call, hey, fucking Tony Tedeschi. I used to call it his Tedeschi's Nuggets. At every drill, he used to have a nugget. And every roll call. So every roll call would actually become a drill, right? Like what you did, right? So not only would you drill, you would have to do the tool checks on the rig. You'd have to do the daily tool checks. You'd have to do a drill. You'd have to do the 5-minute nugget, right? At roll call. So we were constantly drilling, bro. It was day and night.
Yeah, well, that was the best part about that, was it was out of the way, right? I would be out of drill in a half hour after roll call. You know what I'm saying? You had to go get the meal. Then guys would drill on their own or do whatever they wanted to do, unless we wanted to do something. If guys really wanted to do something after that, if we were going to go on the roof and do the high angle shit, lower guys and all that stuff that we used to do countless times, off the side of the firehouse, right? I mean, you lived on the fucking roof. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, but it's time consuming. If you get a run, you got to come down. So that was a quick drill. And then if they wanted to do something else, we would do that after, if we had young, newer guys or whatever,
Yeah.
But after a while, what you would do was have the senior man pick the drill, right? That way he was involved in drilling with the guys, which made it even better. You know what I mean? Which I would drill with the guys all the time outside whatever drill that the officer had. So there's another drill for the day. So we would be drilling in a 24-hour period. If you put elevator appreciation, if you put all other shit, we're drilling 6-7 times a fucking 24.
Ray just said the same thing. After dinner, you would go down, everybody would get a cigar, and they would all sit around by the workbench. We were always around the workbench by the rig. I see guys send me all pictures from all their firehouses. Most of the time, guys are sitting behind the firehouse, behind the apparatus. But we didn't have that much room because we had the second piece. So we always sat on the side. But that's what you do. And you bullshit. You're listening to the radio. Hopefully something's coming in. Sounds good. You jump on the rig, turn out, whatever it was.
How about Ungaro's drill at 1 a.m. with his box of locks, bro? He would bring down. He'd call everybody down. He had
the 5-gallon bucket.
He had a 5-gallon bucket full of locks or whatever it was. At 1 in the morning, you'd be 1 in the morning. He called you down. I remember sitting at the picnic table like this. But you'd be drilling at 1 in the morning.
Every type of lock you can imagine in that bucket, in a 5-gallon bucket. Every type of lock. You know, everything.
Awesome, bro.
Who's got one? Who's got because I saw they were betting on how many times he was going to take a piss.
This guy.
All right, yeah, Pete, what's you had a question in there? Go ahead, answer that question while you got time now.
I'll answer the question. Hold on a second here. Yeah, well, this was the next one actually. So it's hey Pete, I believe in a previous episode you said that you live in LBNY. That would be Long Beach, New York. Yes, I do. We live on it because it's an island, bro. Why not become a real Probie and become a volunteer firefighter? Great question. So, in short, right now, triage of needs. Okay, I'm trying to make some money for my family. We've got obliterated economically by COVID-19 and all the crazy stuff that we've been dealing with. So just this past week is when our Emperor Cuomo has allowed the television industry to restart, but that doesn't mean we've restarted.
Wash my hands, Jose.
And there's been no work for me. My wife was let go, and that's it. So right now, triaging needs, taking care of working and financially getting my family sound. And after that, yeah, I would actually definitely consider becoming a Probie for real and going into LBNY, but fire department. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I mean, I'm pumped. Like I see that footage from before, and I'm like, let's go.
Hey, Long Beach does some work, bro. If I wasn't on
disability,
yeah, I would be riding in Long Beach. They ask me all the time, every time I see them, bro, because they have Gettin Salty Apparel stickers in their window. How you doing?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I would definitely consider it. I really, really would. I want to serve in some way before I go, but right now I gotta take care of my family.
You see what Ray wrote?
Yeah, I saw.
No, what did Ray write?
Yeah.
What did Ray write? What did Ray say? Come on.
You just had to wash the tips of your fingers.
All right.
Quick time before I forget, we're talking about drilling, and I don't know if Hank remembers this. I know he's on here. When we used to walk in the firehouse, beginning of a tour, you'd be walking in your street clothes, you have your bag, you're ready to go up. He would stop you at the front door and ask you to tie like 5 different. He probably doesn't even remember this old bastard. He would ask you to tie 5 different knots. And you'd be like, what? Like, all right, whatever. So he would catch you by surprise and ask you to tie 5 different knots before you went up and changed.
Dude, drills for kills. That's what all my buddies tell me, like the Green Beret buddies I hang with and all these dudes. And also just from my extensive time doing jiu-jitsu with savages from the UFC, like these dudes, it's just drills for kills. Make it muscle memory, right? I mean, that's part of what you guys are doing. Making it like you don't even have to think about it, so you're faster when you turn out, right?
I love drilling in your old lady's box.
All right, one from the chat.
One more thing. I got like 15 friggin' questions. It's so weird. People have been asking me if I'm related to the Richard Kubler that died from 9/11 cancer. Although my father was named Richard and Richie the Rug was Richard. It's so weird, but we're not related to the guy who died from 9/11 cancer, the fireman from Jersey. Not related. Yep.
All right, one from the chat, boys. One from the chat.
Go.
Pete, from the chat. When a member of an officer gets lifted, allegedly, how is that firefighter lieutenant replaced? What about where they are lifted to? Is an opening created?
Well, yeah, it's definitely an opening created. So what happens is most of the time they'll lift you to a slow place or they'll take you out of burrow. So that'll be just filled with somebody who's bouncing around in the division or the battalion. What happened?
I'm looking at what fucking Patty Lee wrote. I can't take it.
I see it. When Kev runs a drill, do the brothers have to sing lollipop song?
Listen, we're not doing the 5 minutes of story, right, Patty Lee?
But to answer the question, yes, there's an opening there when you get lifted allegedly out of the burrow. You have to do bad things. You're bad people.
All right.
Well, not really bad things when you stand up for your guys, which I like to say that Ruffy always stood up for his guys, bro. Always.
I did. I love my boys. It's family.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
One from the chat, another quick one from the chat for you boys. Have you guys ever done a Katrina or a FEMA deployment, like to Katrina or anything like that?
I went to, where did I go? I went to West Virginia. I went to Georgia. And I went to, but it wasn't FEMA, it was SOC Task Force. But there are guys in SOC that are part of FEMA that, you know, I know guys that went to Pickford. I think they went to Texas, some of those guys, when they had the floods there. Some guys went to, obviously, to Katrina. I think they went down to Florida when this last, I think it was last year when they had the hurricane. So I think they went to South Carolina. I think Pickford went to South Carolina or North Carolina.
Eddie Sanchez, who we're trying to get out, who was a member of Squad 288, who's now in Rescue 4, who was also
he went to Haiti.
He went to Haiti. I'm trying to get him on the show. I got to call him back.
Donick also went with him.
Yeah, Donick don't want to come on the show.
No.
So we're going to get possibly Eddie Sanchez on, a guy who's a military guy who was in the first Iraq war. I'm trying to get him for a show that has military guys in the FDNY. So love me some Eddie Sanchez. Great guy, man.
Oh, one of my favorite guys.
Yep.
All right, boys. Another one from the email here. Hey, I'm a junior guy on a single engine in the borough of the Gentleman, a.k.a. the Bronx. My question is, do you have a Bronx Ben? My question is, what advice do you have for someone like me to get to SOC? Thanks, from Kyle.
Go to a truck first.
Well, I think that's, that was the first thing when I saw that question. Exactly. I just think it's going to be easier for you. Like we talked about in the last couple of questions there, way back a couple of questions ago. It's just the captain is going to look to see if you have truck experience, right? He wants to know that you could force a door. He's going to want to know that you could search, searching or firefighter removal.
Right,
or
not
any
to
of that.
say that guys from an engine can't go to a SOC company.
288 just took a guy from 298. He just got assigned the other day,
right.
But I think he was a Marine. I think he was a military guy. That doesn't hurt either. Those, depends on what you got going on. So you want to stack as many chips as you can in your corner this way, because there's a lot of competition too. So the captain's going to pick a guy who's, got time. Maybe he's in a truck more than an engine. But if you're an iron worker, if you're, whatever it is, you've had classes like we talked about before. Those things might add up a little bit in your favor.
Right. I saw somebody asking for the wives show in there, bro. That is coming, no doubt. We're just waiting for the completion of our new podcast studio. Hello. And then we're going to have on.
It's nice in there, bro. That's all Kevin, by the way. I want everyone to know right now, Kev's been working his balls off on that thing, and it's sick. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to bring some sick fucking lighting and camera work to that thing. It's amazing.
So what we're going to have is possibly Ruffy's old lady, my old lady. Actually ran into a guy from Rescue 2, his old lady. She's funny as hell. She lives in Long Beach. We're going to have her. And we're going to give the perspective of what the wives go through, man, because my mom's watching right now because she always watches. There's a woman who's got over 60 years. Did I say it? 60 years in the fire service because my father got on.
We got to get her on. She's hilarious.
She don't want to come on.
Really?
She came on. My father got on in 1960, so she went with my father, my brother Steve, who then got on, my brother Richie, who got on, my uncle Richie Castor, who got on, and I got on, bro. So she's been dealing with for 60 friggin' years. She knows more about the fire service than most of you jerk-offs in the fucking chat right now.
I will tell you, your mom
lying. He ain't lying.
I had lunch with your mom that day. She was sitting right. She's a saint, bro. She's
funny as hell, bro. She's awesome.
She is never in a bad mood. That woman.
No. She's always laughing, and she's always, I'll see you at the big one. Stay low and go.
We're going on
tell you guys right now, bro, Pete is on strict orders. Any of you jerk-offs get out of control with the language or whatever with the women, you're getting booted right out of the chat right now. I'm just telling you that right now, bro.
Yeah, we got to keep it respectful for the ladies.
Yeah.
Especially with Mama Coobs. Mama Coobs is my friend.
Nah, she's not coming on, bro. She don't want to be in front of the camera.
Well, if she's watching, you don't want to see no shenanigans going on.
I mean, I'm not talking about I'm talking about your wife, Kev.
My old lady? Oh, she's awesome, my old lady.
Yeah, she's my friend. I don't want her getting yelled at.
I saw her on Facebook, bro. She's a hottie patati, my old lady.
Yeah, they're definitely married up on that one, I think.
Oh,
yeah. Well, all right. Last question, boys, from the emails. We're already an hour in. Hi, guys. This is awesome, by the way. I freaking love questions coming from the international world here. Guys, great show. Would like your opinion on this. I'm a firefighter in the UK with 5 years on the job, working on a busy station with young, keen firefighters. However, besides the officer in charge who has 25 plus years on the job, all of the firefighters have the same time in as me, 5 years. Will I become a better firefighter on a quieter station, going to a lot less fires, but with more experienced firefighters? Or even if they seem to have lost their passion for the job, but even if they've lost the passion for the job, thanks, Chris, from the UK. Meaning, guys, will he get more juice working in a busy place with less experienced guys, or a less busy place with more experienced guys?
You ain't going to get any more experience than going to fires, period. Guys can tell you, I can tell you, Luke can tell you, Hank can tell you, Ray can tell you what to do with a fire. But when you're at a fire, that's where you got to learn what to do. You know, you're going to get the experience. You can learn how to be a better firefighter, period. I mean,
yeah, you got to chase. I mean, if you're in a slow place and it sounds like you want to be a better fireman, you could learn. I'm not saying you can't learn the job or about the job, and that, you could do the best you could do there. But like Kev said, you have to go to fires. You're going to chase fire. Guys chase fire their whole career. You know what I mean? They get, you chase fire, then you become a lieutenant. Then you try to get to a busy place. It's tough to do because there's less positions, and then you chase fire, you get to that position. And then, if you're moving up, you could chase fire your whole goddamn career. That's it. It's all that matters.
Yeah, Ray just said it. Ray, Fat Dad, just said it. Go to the fires. Nothing else matters.
Did you see that Chief Kleehouse said he worked with Richie Castor on the set?
Yeah.
No shit.
You know what we're going to do? Like this. Chief Kleehouse, come on the show.
We'll get him.
Yeah, we'll get him. You know what? Mark Ferran said that you got to have Kleehouse on the show. I just talked to him before, bro. We got to have Kleehouse on the show. Yeah, I think he's got more tattoos than me, bro. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he?
Nice.
Hopefully he has more muscle than you.
Hey, Coobs, you can't get better at doing pull-ups by talking about doing pull-ups, right? So same thing. So same thing for fires, right?
That's a good analogy there, Pete.
Yeah, bro. I got another one from the chat. Because guys are accusing me of rushing the show along, because usually, we want to keep things moving, but it's also a Monday show, so we only do about an hour 15. But anyway, Todd Harding. Hey, Pete, ask them if they could work or ride with any department worldwide. Who would it be? I know the answer to that. FDNY, baby.
Well, I'm saying if he's saying it's not the FDNY.
No.
You know who I would pick, right, bro?
Who would you pick?
Oh, shit. I can't think right now. What's the department down south that everybody fucking rides with?
Baltimore?
No, it's not Baltimore. Fuck, I can't think of it right now because I had too many people. Nah.
I think I would go to Detroit.
It's a volley department where even guys from Rescue 2 go to ride in the engine, bro.
What?
Fuck,
No.
Yes. Somebody in the chat. I don't know who it is.
Is it Kentland? Kentland?
Maybe that's what it is, bro.
I don't know. That's what Joe said. Everybody's putting Kentland, decap county.
It's Kentland. That's what it is, bro. Everybody goes to ride in Kentland.
Who the hell's Kentland?
Are you on the job? What? What?
Where is that? Is that Detroit?
No, it's down south. It's like, who knows that? Come on, guys. Kentland. It is Kentland, bro.
Where's Kentland?
Everybody rides in Kentland.
Maryland?
Yeah, I think it's in Maryland, bro. Somewhere down in Maryland. Those motherfuckers go to work like crazy.
Come on, really? More than Baltimore?
Can you do me a favor? Can you get on the job and not just can you get into the job, not just on the job, bro?
I mean, right now, right now, if you went there now, you had a better shot of going to a fire in Kentland than in Detroit.
What? Yes, Kentland goes
Right
to
now,
work.
today, if you rode in Kentland, you got a better shot.
Kentland. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, ask these guys, bro. It's right
go to
next to DC.
Portland.
It's right next to It's right next to DC.
All right. So,
They don't
Today-
want to ride with the truck. They want to ride in the engine, bro, because those motherfuckers go to work.
Wow.
your mother's going to
Who
be pissed
knew?
off at you. You just gave like 65 motherfuckers in like a row.
Ask Fat Daddy Ray. He just said they go to more fires at first too. I'm telling you, bro.
Really?
Kentland, Fat Daddy Ray says Kentland is the fire capital of North America. Only
Yeah.
he spelled fire wrong.
Yep.
No worries.
That's because he's bombed.
No, look it up.
I'm gonna check.
Look it up, Kentland.
You know what?
Yeah.
Not ever.
While we're
Never.
talking here, Kentland Fire Department.
Somebody's with Louis with Detroit. Oh, did you see that guy? Somebody sent us a thing with a chief from Detroit we got to have on the show. That might be a guy. Did you see that one?
I did see it.
That might be a guy we want to get, bro. A chief from Detroit. Word.
Response stats for Kentland on their own website, Kentland 33 in Maryland, yes, is since as of April 10th, engine 779, rescue 336, tower 280.
Runs?
Well, I don't know what that means. I don't know what the hell that means. Here, I'll show you.
Kentland engine 33.
I'll show you.
33.
I'll show you, boys. This is Kentland's.
Come on.
Right.
Dude, they go to work. I'm telling you.
Come on.
Let's browse the statistics. Let's do this.
Come on.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. So
So they're getting a couple hundred. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that means. Responses, 368 responses could be 352. EMS.
No. Nah.
So you guys in the chat, you're telling
And
me
it's a volley house. Pod volley, pod paid. I'm telling you, bro.
you had a chance to go to Kentland or Detroit or Baltimore City. That's where you're going? You're going to Kentland? Come on.
Oh, yeah, man.
Kentland.
Kentland.
You mean to tell me that these guys do more work than POSA?
Dude,
Come
they're
on,
doing
man.
fucking mad work. I'm telling you, bro. This has been for years.
That's for 2018, first of all, by the way.
I don't care what it is.
Detroit. Amen, Mike. Please, come on with this crap.
All right.
You asked me. You asked me. I told you 174. You thought I was like a madman.
No, I did
until
I did
until your
not.
boy Warren came out and said 174.
I'm gonna ask you
I'm
right
telling
now.
you right now, Detroit. That's
Fat
where I'm
Daddy
going.
Ray. Fat Daddy Ray. Have you heard of Kentland?
I'm not saying you can't. That's it, Detroit.
No.
See?
Philly's going to work. You know what? We're going down to do the. Have you booked the hotel, by the way? Down for fucking.
Oh my God.
Here we go. We're going down to Philly for the Interschultz.
Keep saying that.
We're
You're gonna
gonna
cancel it.
They're not. I'm telling you. We're going to visit
That's
a
it.
fight.
8 and 10 in Baltimore. Amen. That's what I'm saying. That's what I follow that guy's Instagram every day. They're at a job every day. I don't see Kentland. I'm gonna look for Kentland. I'm gonna check it out.
Guys in the chat are asking what Chief Steve might say about all of this.
Do I got a flag? I'm calling the shenanigans flag. Where's the flag? I'm throwing a flag on that.
You know what Chief Steve might say? Pete, roll it.
I'm Chief Steve. I'm here to inspect. That better not be fear on your breath. Line up in order. Dress right, dress. Go get a comb. Your hair's a fucking mess. Proper uniform is what I'm here to see. No getting salty shirts. They won't get past me. 'Cause I'm Chief Steve.
Chief
He
Steve
said, Lou, watch
says,
out. You're becoming PCPants.com.
Kentland.
The flag. I'm throwing the shenanigans flag on that.
I throw the flag. Yeah, Lou, you gotta get your flag.
I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna let this settle it. All right.
We just saw their own website, man.
Chief Kleehouse. I saw something run by him. Whatever he says, I'm gonna go with right here. What does Chief Kleehouse say? Pete,
He says, my friend's son is on Kentland and he lives in the FH and goes to college nearby. The response area is tremendous in size.
All right, I'm going to say this. Chief Kleehouse, if you had a chance, if you wanted to go to a fire today, would you go to Kentland or would you go to Detroit? Detroit.
That's what you're saying?
Dude, come on. The place is burning down.
Still? I thought it was all burnt out. I didn't know if they had anything left.
Come on. Kentland, I don't hear. Listen, man, I got my finger on the pulse. I'm not saying they don't go to work. I'm just saying.
What fucking finger? You never even heard of Kentland. How can you have your finger on the pulse? You haven't fucking heard of them.
Kleehouse said rescue too.
Kleehouse says R2, baby. That's what the hell I'm talking about.
No doubt.
The real deal. The most intimidating firehouse in the city. Lest we forget.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
We'll let him explain that when he comes on the show because I'm getting his number from Chief Ferran. I'm calling him Monday.
Hold on. Get him on the phone. Get him on the phone.
Thank you, Chief Kleehouse, for validating my initial point. Okay.
What else you got, bro?
So we have Thursday. We got him. The big kahuna.
Who?
The big fish. The big man.
The fish?
No, not the fish.
The big
we
fish.
Got Chief Hade.
Oh,
Donnie
Hade.
Donnie Hade. We got him. He was supposed to come on a few weeks ago, but something came up. But he's coming on Thursday. So it should be very interesting and a lot of fun. The guy's got a lot of time.
I'm pulling a little time out, though. I'm pulling a little shenanigans.
What do you mean?
He went on some other podcast before us.
B&Q, but, you know.
Wait a minute. Which I tried to watch, but like you said before, I wanted to stick hot pokers in my eyes when I was watching it. So
the kid's a good. He's a good kid. That guy, I like him. He's all right.
Oh, he's Q.
Pretty Q. He's all right.
He's all right. I don't care. Listen, we're gonna have Chief Hade on. The guy's been. I think Chief Kleehouse might have worked with him at some point. The pairs might have crossed somewhere.
I don't know if they were when he was in Squad 1. Maybe he was in Rescue 2 at the time.
Squad 1, 111, 26 truck. Goes on. He was in some heavy hitting places. Great guy, Chief of Sock. Can't wait to have him. Is he cute? Susie says. Is he cute? Aren't you married, Susie? For Christ's sake, are you kidding me, Susie?
Hey, I forgot to ask one more question. It was Susie's question.
What's that?
This past week, she was wondering if you guys have ever went on a run and have you met celebrities on runs?
Two celebrities.
I don't meet many celebrities in the ghetto.
When I worked in 16 truck, we used to go to Bob Guccione's apartment all the time, right by Central Park. It wasn't for fires, but it was his fire alarm used to go off constantly. If you guys don't know who Bob Guccione is, he is, yes, Chief Kleehouse. He's USMC also. He is the founder of Penthouse, which I don't know if you guys read. I think that's even a magazine anymore. But also Brooke Shields. I don't know where she lived. I don't remember where it was, but I was in the 16 truck. We went to a box by her house somewhere. It wasn't her box, but it was somebody else's box.
Dude, who was the guy? Who was the guy from with Eddie Murphy when he's like, "Oh, you know, if I had $200 in this hand, you know."
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried. He showed up at 288 one day.
And he's like,
I swear to God. He knocks on the door. I think we were outside. The door was open. It was summer. He's like, listen, man, I got to go to the bathroom. Can I use your bathroom? I'm like, yeah, it's straight in the back, past the rig, straight in the back. So he's like, you know, he pulled up in like almost like a limo or something. Goes to the bathroom. He's in there for like 20 minutes.
Dropping a deuce.
I mean, you know, like what's going on, right? So the guy comes back out, you know, like, you know, so he's like, thanks a lot, you know, like that. He was exactly the way he was with that voice and everything. He jumps in there. The guy made a mess in the bathroom. He was like, it was like an orangutan was in the bathroom. I'm not kidding. It was
really?
Yeah, come on, you know, we let you use the bathroom, and that's what you do. That's the only time I ever met it. That's my
fucking celebrities, man.
I
Sorry.
met at Squad Company 288. I met Susan Sarandon and Tim Robbins, even though they're big lips. I met them at the firehouse because they were friends with Ronnie Geese's wife, Carol Geese, which, by the way, and not that I'm promoting, but we're going to have a big show with the Geese family Ronnie Geese actually was a guy that Louie and I worked with who died on 9/11, and he used to bring his kids to the firehouse when they were like 9 years old, and he died on 9/11. And now his kids, Tommy was in 174, who's now going to rescue 147. I'm sorry, right? 147 who's going to rescue 1, and is it Bobby?
Who?
I think Bobby or Tommy. Bobby or Ronnie. Ronnie was in 175. He just got promoted. So it's just weird that there were kids when they came to the firehouse, and now they're in some busy places. And we're going to have them on. We're going to talk about everything about 9/11 and their dad. And it's going to be a great show.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, bring your tissues.
Yep. Bring your tissues, because I might be crying, bro. I get into the Tito's and we start talking about Ronnie, who I love. I'll be balling, bro. Don't worry about it.
Shit. Good stuff.
All right, boys.
What else you
Where
got there, bro? Any other questions in there?
Someone's wondering if you ever made a run on a hot naked woman.
What does that mean?
Meaning, where you first do it, Eric Shady's old lady's box.
I mean, we're really.
I'll tell you one thing. I had a run one time where it was an EMS run, and I ring the doorbell, and a lady comes down half naked.
Oh, I got a good one.
She's got to be in her 50s, and she says, "I did it again!" Oh, she's crying. "I did it again! Oh my God! Like, what did you do again?" "I killed him!" I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I go upstairs, and it's a guy. Evidently, he's naked, and they must have been having sex, and he had a heart attack. He was out. He was stiff as a board. They were banging, and he had a heart attack while they were banging, and he was dead.
I'm gonna finish up with this story quick. I was in 290. We went on an EMS run for a burn. Right, so we get there, and I knock on the door, and the girl opens up the door like this far, and she peeks her head out, and I'm like, "Hey, how you doing? What happened? You know, we're here for. Did you call 911?" She goes, "Yeah, I burned myself." I said, "All right, well, open the door." So she's like, "I'm embarrassed." I'm like, "What are you embarrassed about? Open the door. I need to come in." So she's like, "All right, well, just you." I'm like, "All right, let me come in, please." So she opens the door and she closes the door. I'm not kidding. She has her one boob, out of the top of her shirt. It's like this big, right? It's like that big. So she's holding it like this, and the nipple part is like this big, right? And she's got toothpaste all over like the nipple part. So I'm like, "Well, what's going on? What'd you do?" So she's got these curls in her hair, curlers.
God.
She's like, she had the curling iron, and I guess she said she picked up the phone and she turned, and I guess the curling iron landed on her nipple. So she put all of the.
You didn't go like this, did you?
No.
Well, you didn't go about it.
Her boob was this big. What do you think she was? You think her waist was like that? I mean, her boob is like this. So,
her boob is like this. Her waist is like this.
So I go, "Why did you put toothpaste all over?" She goes, "Well, I thought that's what you do." I'm like, No, that's not what you do. I said, "All right, listen, I'm going to get the guys in here. They got all the gauze and everything. We're going to take care of it." So I can't wait to go outside. I open the door, and I'm like, "All right, listen, game face. You know what I'm saying? This is it. You know." They come in with a straight face. You know what I mean? Like, because this is what we do. We got to take care of it. So they come in there. The next thing I know, they got the saline solution. I'm watching them. They're cleaning it with the gloves. They start wrapping it with the gauze. It's like around their neck. It's like this whole thing. She was like, and then the EMS came in. What do they do as soon as they come in? Right? They cut the whole. They cut everything right off. It was just so. It was just.
And you were like this today.
You motorboating son of a bitch, you.
You're a motorboating son of a bitch.
Hold on. One more quick one here from Ben Coate. Pete, quick question. Did Kevin Shea's Rescue 1 son ever get on the job?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
All right.
Not
Then
sure.
there's that. Oh, wait. Here's another one. How does the from Leo, how does the FDNY handle guys that enlist in the military after getting on the job? I'm seriously considering enlisting, but my list number is coming up for FDNY AMS, and I plan to take the promo to fire.
Well, when you get in the academy, if you have any type of military experience, they usually make you squad leader, which means I don't know. But what they do is they actually give you preference of where you want to go when you graduate the Probie school. What are you laughing at? Somebody had to write something, bro.
Gun 138. Num 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 num.
or Darren DeFreeze saying, "Kiss the boo boo."
Num 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 num.
Kiss the boo boo. But you know what? You know what he's doing. You know what he's asking, Kev, is if he's already on the job, are they cool with you going and serving? You know what I mean? Like if you're already on the job, are they cool with you serving?
Oh yeah, that's not a problem. There are plenty of guys who serve, get time off, and they go do their thing, bro. Even if they're reserves, they get their time off and do.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, there's no problem. What the fuck are you laughing at now?
We're gonna have to num the area. Oh shit, that's great. Man.
All right, so listen, you degenerates. I think Monday we're going to start our new segment on firefighter inventions, right, Ruffy? I think if I talk to him tomorrow, we got firefighters who come up with all these cool tools who really can't get it out to the FDNY, the fire department, really population. So we're going to talk to the guy. We're going to critique his invention, and what the fuck are you laughing at?
Pissy Pants has transitioned to Giggly Pants.
So listen, that's going to be the first one. We got a guy coming on who invented a really, really cool tool. And
me numb you long time.
That could be the word of the day. I love it. Numb
you a long time.
What was that? That was the Cookie Monster, wasn't it?
73 William. No. Yeah. It is the Cookie Monster. Yes.
Oh my God, that's so funny, man. My face hurts.
Jesus.
All right, go.
So that's for possibly Monday. I think we're gonna get him on. Thursday we have Chief Haid. Chief Haid. We got Chief Haid coming on. And that's it. Who else we got coming on, bro, in the future? What we got? Norton
I got
111.
Yeah, don't give him too much, because then they, don't give him too much. Let him, we're gonna have Norton on probably the first week of August from 252.
I gotcha.
Hey Norton.
All right, and we also we might have, just saying, a little birdie told me we might have some kind of giveaway coming up, like a
on the way to 10K. On the way
to 10K, we got a thermal imaging camera possibly giving away. We're going in partnership with a big,
huge. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.
Fire equipment company. So we're gonna have a giveaway. So it's all fun. Just fucking subscribe and tell your friends. That's it. You know what I mean? I'm tired of telling you. Start sharing it, bitches.
If you guys share, I'm not tired of telling them. If they share, the more they share and the more they subscribe, the more big contests and awesome stuff that we can bring to them. Bottom line. And the next thing we have is actually freaking big. Can't announce it yet, but because I think we have that meeting tomorrow, right, Kev?
Tomorrow night.
That's right.
It's huge.
Huge.
It is.
Huge.
It is really great.
We might even get billions of subscribers. Billions.
It's going to be
billions. All right. Yep. So are we at the time of night, boys?
Yeah, we
might be. Bring it home, bro. What are we at? Hour 24. Holy shit.
Yeah. So listen, for all of you people who are listening to this on audio, which you could find us on, of course, iTunes, Spotify, iHeart, and wherever fine podcasts are found. Guys, don't forget that you can find us here on youtube.com/gettinsaltyexperience, where you guys get a little bit of a better experience. Actually, you have the chat, which is just going off. That's a community in and of itself. Not to mention, you get all the visuals when we post fire footage and all that sort of stuff. So subscribe. Take your freaking digit. Put your hand on the button with your hunting and pecking like Hank Mollet and hit subscribe, okay? And also, guys, for all the latest up to the last minute info, hit us up at Salty Dog Inc. on Instagram. Lou really does an awesome job. No joke. I say this every freaking week, but he does an amazing job of curating salty, great fire photos. If you guys like that sort of thing, that's great. And check our stories at all times because you'll find awesome last-minute info. And last but not least, go to gettinsaltyapparel.com to find shirts like the one that I'm wearing right now, or any of your first do-it-your-old ladies box, anything, or cigar cutters, or all the fine tools you need to become a better alcoholic, our shot glasses, and degenerate, and all that sort of stuff. And guys, if you have a question or anything like that, hit us up at gettinsaltyexperience@gmail.com, gettinsaltyexperience@gmail.com, or hit me up at gettinsaltypete@gmail.com if you want to ask me something specifically. But guys, just a quick thing, back to the Q&A rules, because we have all these new people coming on. If your question gets answered on the show that came through the email, you get a prize. And don't forget to include all of your info in the email. I can't tell you how many times guys aren't putting even their freaking name in the email. So, guys, we can't send you something if you don't help us out. And that, my friends,
coming soon, we have the Gettin' Salty First Do-It-Your-Old Ladies box challenge coins coming very soon, bro. They're sweet. They're nice.
Yeah, they look good.
We also have the Courage is Colorblind. What's the recipe? All lives matter to first responders. I will be picking those shirts up on Friday, so they'll be on the website. All lives matter.
Those new hoodies. The hoodies, did they come today?
Oh, I didn't get any hoodies.
All right, so they're probably going to come tomorrow. The
new hoodies. Get on it. Yep.
Three different styles.
3 different styles of new hoodies. Lieutenant Refrano will have them on the website real soon. And Thursday night, don't forget, Chief Haid. What the fuck are you?
I'm not going to laugh anymore. I'm telling you right now, because I'm watching these fucking things.
They're
Everybody,
snickering.
Yeah, they're fucking. I'm going to be the fucking straight face guy from now on. That's it.
They like when you laugh. I see a lot of guys that respond and they like when you laugh. Yep. New hoodies coming out. Challenge coin. Courage is Colorblind. All lives matter. The first responders. You're gonna love that shit. Pete, take it out, bitches.
All right, guys. Well, I just took it out before.
Oh,
but...
shit. All right. Stay low and go until we see you tonight, bro.
All right, boys. We'll see you at the big one. And ladies, I'm sorry.
Later, brothers and sisters.